Hello, hello, hello. Here we go with another review, and I've been lazy to do this because I've been using this now for the last maybe 2 months. And I thought, oh, okay, it's time to get around to talking about it. And of course, this is the Google Pixel 3 XL in all its loveliness, the black version, clearly black or something like that it's called. Now, people who may have heard me talk about my iPhone 10 that I liked, don't get me wrong, I liked it, but I was kind of just getting annoyed again with the parts of iOS that really file management, downloading that kind of stuff, and I was missing having an Android phone as my daily beast, and I thought about selling my iPhone 10, and then I got an offer to swap the iPhone 10 with this beauty here, and I did it. Okay, so I think the guy got a good deal, and I'm happy enough with swapping. It's fine. I enjoyed using the iPhone and stuff like that, but I really missed Android. So spec wise, this is a 6.3 POLED screen. It's full HD plus. It's got a Qualcomm 845 processor. This one, 4 GB of RAM and 128 GB of internal memory that is not expandable. It has I think it's 12.2 megapixel camera, and the front cameras are, and I forgot, let me just check here, 8 megapixel dual 8 megapixel cameras. So everybody knows about the quality of photos that people are getting from Pixel phones, and this one's no different. You get really good photos, and I suppose now the other companies, Samsung, iPhone, etc., Apple have caught up with the fact, and even Google now. If you look at the Google Pixel 4, they've now went from having single lens to having a couple of lenses at the back, and it looks good. And I would like to get a Google Pixel 4, and maybe I will at some point, but I'm not want to pay that price that they're asking at the moment. And I don't mind being a generation behind at all, because I just don't mind. This has wireless charging, which is excellent. Also, it has, the battery is, I think, 3.5 or just under 3.5 mAh battery, and it's probably the weakest point of the whole machine in its in the daily use. At this one, I put what do you call, a screen protector on it, and for the most part, I keep it in the I keep it in a cover, and I don't like to do that, but I'm just worried my kid will grab it and it will just they will drop it, and then that's it. So yep, it has to be kept under wraps. So everything about this phone's brilliant. This is on Android 10 now. I really enjoy it. I really like it. I like the look of it. It's a bit different, and it's not particularly flashy in itself, but I like this kind of shiny black at the top. And for me, probably the best phone that I've had in a while. And the only other phone that is probably close excuse me, probably close to it is the LG V40, which I really like and I miss. Quickly, let's look. So this came out just 2018, so it's just over a year old now. Let me just look at Antutu for this. Hold on. Oh, no, I don't think that's right. So let's test it again, shall we? 1,000? No, it was definitely more than that. Test again. Where is it? Test. I will let it. Will it go through its test? Test again. install. Ah, okay. Oh, must have uninstalled it. Okay, so no problem. Um, this was, I don't know what that message was. Oh, you can see here it's not dropping much in the frame rates of the Antutu 3D. So at test, it is almost as smooth as yeah, it's as smooth as that stuff that you get from cows and make with milk. Let it run through its thing. So I have had no problems whatsoever with this phone. As I say, the weakest part of it is the battery, and well, I have it on 4G. It is I have it on 4G most of the day, and it is usually needing recharge by about 6 o'clock in the evening. So I wish it would be a bit better, but it is what it is. I also wish that, of course, that most people do, I wish that it had expandable storage as well. But again, 128 GB, it's not bad. You can see here that's playing very smooth. It's fine. No headphone jack, of course. You do have this, I won't do it just now, but you do have the squeezy thing here that you'll get up your Google Assistant. It does come with a USB-C headphone adapter, but for the most part with this I'm using my Apple AirPod Pro, and I've had experienced no problems whatsoever. It's all working very smooth, so I'm happy. Have had no complaints whatsoever, and I still think that probably I'm not sure if this will get. Well, probably will get Android 11. I think they said they get 3 updates. There are 3 major updates. Anyway, whatever. It is. This phone would do anybody for the next 2 years, I would say, and most people would be very happy if they owned this. Now, of course, when this came out, it was quite expensive, and I remember seeing it when I was in last year. This time last year, I was in at Glasgow at home, and we were in some shop, and I remember kind of looking at this and wishing, my eyes were, desiring of it. It just, oh, this is new. Oops, sorry, don't know what happened there. So the Antutu for some reason is saying that the 3D is not installed, but it is installed, so I don't know what's happening there. And it was a while ago that I'd excuse me, I'm getting over the cold. It was a while ago I did the test. Now the score was, if I remember, something like 220,000, so it's pretty high. I'm too lazy to uninstall, then reinstall it all again. And again, most people, these figures mean absolutely nothing, because if your phone is running, most phones in the last year or so, high-end phones, most phones in the last year are, I'm just uninstalling these, have look, for most people's needs, they are more than enough. And this is the thing now with the tech, and my advice to people is, don't go straight for people like me, that is, you don't need to go straight for the most expensive latest model. Look at the last generation, or even the generation before, because there's some really nice phones out there, and that's what I've been doing recently, and I hope to be reviewing some more in the coming month or two, because you can now get these phones at really cheap prices. I've just ordered 3 phones, and the 3 of them, I won't say what they are, but the 3 of them cost around $500, and they are all still pretty very decent phones. I'm looking forward to checking them out and using them. So most people, and even gamers now, with the last couple of generations of the Qualcomm Snapdragon, you're going to be happy. So, you know, who's going to spend $1,000, £1,000, 5,000 reals now when you can get 3 phones for 2,000 reals or less, and have the joy of using them? So, and I'm happy to do it. I don't mind being a generation behind at all. I've just really been enjoying using my Pixel, and most probably I will keep this going for a while, and unless I'm really taken by one of the phones that are coming and end up using that as my daily driver. So what else can I tell you about that? Well, okay, so as I said, with the Bluetooth, I was getting using my AirPod Pro headphones, and really the sound, I think, is really excellent. Now, I didn't try the adapter and wired headphones. I'm assuming it will be more than satisfactory. Video quality. Well, I've been making some of my videos on this, and I've been using it for editing my videos. So what I'm recording on is the Microsoft Lumia 950 XL I reviewed, and I think it really does really decent videos. So and then I just transfer them over to here, and I will be I found this really nice app which I want to share with you. I'm using the free version of it. It's called where is it? I like to share, you know, that's just what I like to do. It's called Filmmaker. Yeah, Filmmaker. Okay, and I'm using the free version, but I think I'll use it a couple more times, but really I think I'm going to pay, and I think it was like £10 for buying the app. You can make a subscription, but I think I'm just going to buy it outright, because it seems like it is really nice and suits my very basic video editing needs. So what else can I tell you about it? I kept the normal stock launcher on here. I didn't put Nova at all. I'm happy enough. I wanted to see if there was one more app I wanted to tell you about. Okay, so for look, recently I bit the bullet, and instead of using my go-to VPN, which was it's called let me see, it's called PQRST. PQRST. I have it here because I might have deleted it. It's called Thunder. Yeah, I deleted it. So it's called Thunder. That is the one that I've been using recently for all my UK iPlayer and stuff like that. But it's the Thunder free VPN was not working with Netflix. So I bit the bullet and I went for NordVPN, and it is with regards to Netflix UK US working perfectly. Also really good now is the Channel 4 online, and also STV and the ITV Hub. So I've had no problems, and I only work with Mobile 4G at home, so I've been having really no problems at all. And I've also subscribed to let me see, it's not available on the App Store, so you have to sideload it. It's called BritBox. Now, of course, I have an address at home, so that makes things easier. I have addresses in America, which makes things easier for registering, because BritBox requires you to not be in the UK, and it's, I think, mostly for America. So BritBox is like, what was it, £5 a month, and it's excellent. It's got loads of, and it's getting even more, loads of British TV shows and movies. Really good. The other app that I've been using is from OSN. It's called Wavo. It's on my tablet. WAVO. It's $4.99 a month. $4.99 a month. It is excellent. You get lots of on-demand plus you get about 25, 30 live channels, so it's just a really good app. If nobody has tried it, then try it out, because it is definitely worth your $5. I mean, it's absolutely nothing. So yeah, what else can I tell you about this? Well, look, that's about it. And you know, the most people who are looking at the Google Pixel have been through many in-depth reviews on YouTube with the big guns like Mr. Mobile and Marquez and Mr. Who's the Boss, all these good presenters, Unbox Therapy guy, so they know everything about this phone, and I just wanted to give you my take on it, and my low tech take, low production value take on it. It's just a really good phone, and for us Google people, it is really, that's it now. With the Google Pixel 4, of course, that is going to be enticing people, but I still think it's a bit too expensive for me. But I like it. I like the look of it, and probably at some point later into 2020 I will get it. But for the moment, this one will do me fine. Just one quick word about the fingerprint sensor. Yeah, it works really good. So that's my Google Pixel 3 XL thoughts. Any questions, etc., I will do my best to answer them. The only negative about this, and it's been said by other people as well, is the battery life. So but well, that is what it is, and questions, etc., I will do my best to answer them. Thank you. Bye.